Welcome back. Digambar Kamath has contended that crime branch is hell-bent on arresting him just to satisfy their ego. If JICA file was missing, then how crime branch got details about the project? Digambar's counsel said prosecution backtracked over case diaries when they objected. There is no evidence of Digambar's involvement in the JICA bribery case. Meanwhile, court has reserved the bail order of Anand Vachasundar for 12th October. Hearing on crime branch's plea challenging anticipatory bail to Digambar Kamath resumed on Thursday before the High Court. During the hearing, counsel for Digambar Kamath contended that prosecution initially stated that there are 4 case diaries and special court considered only 2 case diaries while granting anticipatory bail. But after objection from defense side, prosecution is changing its version that there is only 1 case diary with 4 entries. Digambar's counsel further contended that his client believes that no JICA file is missing and it is just a creation of crime branch to fabricate him in the case. Agency just wants to arrest Digambar to satisfy their ego. Investigation pertaining other co-accused is complete and they are charge-sheeted, but so far no evidence has surfaced showing his client's involvement in the JICA episode. If the file is missing, then how crime branch got case-related details? Crime branch has raided every place connected to Digambar Kamath. Meanwhile, Panji Special Court concluded hearing bail plea of former JICA State Project Director Anand Vachasundar. During the hearing, counsel of Vachasundar contended that Vachasundar is in custody for 73 days since his arrest. There is no legal justification of his custody. He is not a beneficiary of bribe money. After hearing, the special court reserved order on Vachasundar's bail plea for 12th October. Reporter Mukesh Kumar for Prudent. Vaccination of dogs is vital to keep the humans and dogs rabies free. Following Mission Rabies, number of rabies cases has dropped in the state. Last year, around 77 cases were reported in the state, and this year, only 11 cases of rabies have been detected. Mission Rabies campaign will continue for another 3 years with the help of government to sterilize and vaccinate the dogs.
Looking at our map of rabies reports from last year, in 6 months last year we picked up 77 positive rabid dogs over a 6-month period off the streets of Goa. If we compare that now with this year's map, granted this is only after 1 month compared to 6 months last year, this month we've had 11 positive rabies cases in Goa. But you can see from last year we had a huge number of dogs testing positive in Margao. There were rabid dogs coming up every week almost in Margao last year, but that's where we vaccinated the most dogs. And this year, we haven't had a single rabies case from Margao. So we can already see right here in Goa from our work last year that this is having an effect. This is working on the areas we've worked, and we need to just expand that now across the whole state.
The government of Goa have shown their commitment to the programme and have now match funded our current contribution from UK donors, so that we can now run this large-scale, month-long mass vaccination drive, which we've just completed.
This year, thanks to the government of Goa, this year the vaccination is done with the funding of the government of Goa. For the first time, the whole Goan state is doing this with the government participation. So that is going to be fantastic for this start. So this awareness we have to create.
FC Goa Coach Zico is happy with his players' commitment, although his team failed to beat 10-man Atletico de Kolkata last night. The legendary Brazilian praised Atletico's defense and admitted that his players had made some mistakes in the attack. Atletico coach Rabies says Goa is a tough side and it was a difficult game for Atletico de Kolkata.
Do you have taken a draw at the start of the game, or do you think you could have nicked the game at the end of it after you got the goal?
Eu não coloco a palavra se no futebol. If não existe.
I never use the word if in football because if there
A
is
gente tentou de todas as maneiras, os jogadores estão de parabéns, lutaram o tempo todo para conseguir a vitória.
we tried our best, or all my players, I congratulate them because they gave everything to search for the result.
Criamos muitas oportunidades. Eu acho que a gente às vezes se precipitou um pouco para tentar querer decidir de qualquer maneira.
We create so many opportunities. Sometimes we were a little bit reckless, trying to make the result fast.
Queriam fazer o passe às vezes de primeira, com muito rápido, e às vezes erramos demais. Tanto é que o nosso número de erros de passes aumentou do outro jogo para esse.
So we could see that sometimes they want to score the goal, they were passing at first the ball, they were not controlling the ball, and you can realize that the number of the wrong passes in this game was much higher than the previous game.
Nosso time de Simões, 4.
We didn't have
Eles não tinham 3, a gente não tinha 4.
We didn't have Prudent, we didn't have Vitor Simões. They had 3, we didn't have 4, so what is the point?
The team had to play with 6 points, no? In the pitch, had 7, no? I don't know. It's very difficult game because Goa is a good team.
Women pilots will soon fly fighter jets of the Indian Air Force. Air Chief Marshal Arup Raha said on Thursday on the occasion of 83rd Indian Air Force Day. In the past, the Air Force had refused to allow women in fighter squadrons because of fears of torture if they were shot down in a combat.
We see that air display that at the Indian Air Force.
This was something which the armed forces had put their feet down on. They refused to allow women to actually be part of the planes in the sky. This is part of the air display. These aircraft in the skies are relatively slow aircraft. They are there's a Tiger Moth and a Harvard vintage aircraft which you've just seen, and in a few moments from now you'll see a display from the Pilatus. See what we've really been looking forward to in these air displays. That will be the reformed Surya Kiran team, which comprises of 4 British designed Hawks. These shots now of the Pilatus trainer. This is a Swiss-built trainer aircraft which takes over a very important training role for the Indian Air Force. When that actually happens, you'll see a new aircraft, a relatively new aircraft being displayed in aerobatic as it maneuvers to take charge of the skies, as it were, for this.
And with this, we come to an end of this news bulletin. Keep watching Prudent. Goodbye.